This paragraph before this divine will,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can start with this one, maybe
Yeah, sure.
contacting that.
Sure. Yeah.
How do you want to do this? You want me to read it and then?
Yeah, reading would be nice, and then we can.
Oh, okay. There is a reality which is beyond all our expressions, but which we can succeed in contacting by practicing a discipline. We can identify ourselves with it. Once one is identified with it, one knows what it is, but one cannot express it, for words cannot say it. So if you use one kind of vocabulary, and if you have a particular mental conviction, you will use the vocabulary corresponding to that conviction. If you belong to another group which has another way of speaking, you will call it or even think about it in that way. I am telling you this to give you the true impression that there is something there which cannot be grasped by thought, but which exists. But the name you give it matters little. That is of no importance. It exists. And so the only thing to do is enter into contact with it, not to give it a name or describe it. In fact, there is hardly any use giving it a name or describing it. One must try to enter it, one must try to enter into contact, to concentrate upon it, live that reality, and whatever the name you give it is not at all important once you have the experience. The experience alone matters. And when people associate the experience with a particular expression, and in so narrow a way, so closed up in itself, that apart from this formula one can find nothing, that is inferiority. One must be able to live that reality through all possible paths, all occasions, all formations. One must live it, for that indeed is true. For that is supremely good, that is all powerful, that knows everything. That, yes, one can live that, but one cannot speak about it. And if one does speak, all that one says about it has no great importance. It is only one way of speaking, that is all. There is an entire line of philosophers and people who have replaced the notion of God by the notion of an impersonal absolute, or by a notion of truth, or by a notion of justice, or even by a notion of progress, of something eternally progressive. But for one who has within him the capacity of identifying himself with that, what has been said about it hasn't much importance. Sometimes one may read the whole book of philosophy and not progress a step farther. Sometimes one may be quite a fervent devotee of religion and not progress. There are people who have spent entire lifetimes seated in contemplation and attained nothing. There are people, we have well-known examples, who used to use the most modest of manual works, like a cobbler mending own stones, who had an experience. It is altogether beyond what one thinks and says of it. It is a gift, that's all. And all that is needed is to be that, to succeed in identifying oneself with it and live it. At times you read one sentence in a book and that leads you there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you read an entire book of philosophy and or religion and they get you nowhere. There are people, however, whom the reading of philosophy books helps to go ahead. But all these things are secondary. There is only one thing that is important. That is a sincere and persistent will, for these things don't happen in a twinkling. So one must persevere. When someone feels that he is not advancing, he must not get discouraged. He must try to find out what is the nature that is opposing and then make necessary progress. And suddenly one goes forward. When you reach the end, you have an experience. And what is remarkable is that people who have followed altogether different paths, who altogether different mental constructions, from the greatest believer to the most unbelieving, Even the materialists have arrived at that experience. It is the same for everyone. Because it is true, because it is real, because it is the sole reality. And it is quite simply that. I do not say anything more. This is of no importance. The way one speaks about it, what is important is to follow the path, your path, no matter which, yes, to go there.
Yeah, beautiful. Um, so Reggie, I would request you if you can the maybe switch the type of screen share that you are using at the moment. If
Sure.
you focus it into PDF, for me it will be easy to go through.
Focus it onto a PDF.
So this document that you have opened,
Yeah.
if you change the type of the share screen share,
Mhm.
then you can select that it's only the document that is selected in the screen share.
Okay.
Yeah, it's switch screen or window.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah, this. Yeah, beautiful. Now it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Yeah, maybe
working.
you can go to the top again. Yeah.
Monica, this contacting that, so that is the psychic being?
देखो मदर ने स्पेसिफिकली यहाँ पे बोला हुआ है कि उसके बारे में बात नहीं करनी है, द नेम शुड नॉट बी टेकन. सो
नहीं, पर ये तो एक कोर्स है ना, कोर्स में तो हमको सब कुछ एबीसी से बताना पड़ेगा.
yeah, actually, there are several names for it, but yes, you're right. If we kind of direct ourselves towards psychic being, yes, because इसको अगे भी कहा गया है, that contacting that. Mother has not said contacting psychic being. At other places, mother has also clearly indicated contacting the psychic being. So that is a different thing. But it's all, it's like really layers by layers. We kind of unmask our own depths. So if I think nobody should even dare to name that, which here it explains as at that. मतलब कि जैसे वो हैरी पॉटर में होता है ना, whose name should not be taken.
Yeah.
So let's see discover, and even I don't know what is there in this paragraph. As we'll go through, we'll see what is this. So mother is saying that there is something. She's not naming it. There is something, she's saying. There is a reality which is beyond all our expressions. So the expressions of thought, expression of feeling, even beyond that. So if I say for today, I may say that I feel it. So mother is saying you may feel it, but it's actually beyond the feeling also. You may have a sense of it, but it's so powerful, it's so limitless that it's much beyond even the feeling or the thought in which you are trying to express it. So there is a reality which is beyond all our expressions, but which we can succeed in contacting. So mother is saying it can be contacted. You can get in touch with that reality which mother calls as that by practicing a discipline. We can identify ourselves with it. So mother also was on this journey of a complete union with that living presence within. Mother undertook that journey as a human being, born as a human being with all the veils, all the ignorance on her. She shares in prayers and meditations that it was not easy. She had to go through all the challenges of the mind, of the feelings, of the thoughts. But we can, by a process of discipline, we can identify ourselves with it. Identify means like, you become that. You become that. It's not that it is distant from you. You merge into that. That is a possibility. Once one is identified with it, one knows what it is. Now ये है हमारा task. What is the task? To go and search for it and to identify with it. In the sense, imagine that there is an eagle flying. Now, I may be a person looking at that eagle. So I am this person who is looking at that eagle and maybe imagining what that eagle is going through, what kind of a vision that eagle may have. But the other thing would be, if I look at that eagle and I become that eagle in that instance, I identify completely with that. My consciousness goes in that eagle and it sees exactly what the eagle is seeing below, through the buildings or the forest or whatever. So mother is saying that only when we identify with it can we know what it is. इसके बारे में थ्योरीज तो मैं बहुत सारी दे दूं, थ्योरी सबने बहुत सारी दी हुई है, बट उससे काम नहीं चलेगा. पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ. कबीर हैज सेड, पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ, पंडित भया न कोई, ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित होए. तो these are actually leading towards that love only, that inner fountain of love, which unless touched with, we cannot know what it is. We can just talk about it, blah blah blah, but one cannot express it, for words cannot say it. Now imagine, you must have seen beautiful sunrises and beautiful sunsets. And if I'm not wrong, whenever we are experiencing this beauty of sunrise or a sunset, and even if I may try to capture it in a camera, we always know that the exact impression we cannot translate into that photograph. The kind of awe that we felt cannot be completely translated into that photograph. So that is what mother is saying. Words cannot say it. Words can maybe hint at it, but they'll not be able to completely describe the beauty, the wonder of that which mother is trying to take us towards. So if you use one kind of vocabulary, if you have particular mental conviction, you will use the vocabulary corresponding to that conviction. So depending on what is my upbringing, depending on what are the texts that I am reading, I'll use that vocabulary in order to explain myself, that where am I coming from, in trying to explain what did I touch within my being. So each person may use a different kind of vocabulary. If you belong to another group which has a different way of speaking, you will call it or even think about it in that way. That is okay. Mother is saying 10,000 people, 10,000 different ways of expressing it. I am telling you this to give you the true impression that there is something there which cannot be grasped. So no matter how many essays I write on it, no matter how many experiences I go through in my own personal life, it is still more than all that. It cannot be grasped by thought, but which exists. The surety of its existence is 100%. So it does exist. There is no doubt about it. But the name you give, it matters little. It does not matter whether I call it maybe a psychic being at time, maybe Atman at time, maybe soul at time, maybe divine presence at time, maybe if I call it nothing, there is nothing within. So all these things may change. Mother is saying the name you give it matters little. That is of no importance. It exists. That is the truth that mother is hinting at, that it is a definite truth. You cannot avoid it. And so the only thing to do is to enter into contact with it. This is our task. Our task is not to know it by mind. Imagine, I want to do swimming. I cannot write thesis on swimming. I'll have to jump into the water and feel the water and know the depths of the water. Right? So that is what all of us have to do. We have to plunge into it and we have to become it. We have to identify ourselves with it. Not to give it a name or describe it. In fact, there is hardly any use giving it a name or describing it. Mother is saying, why are you wasting time in giving it a name or describing it? Who is asking you? The other person who is asking you about this, he better plunge deeper and get in touch with it. Have the practical experience. One must try to enter into contact to concentrate upon it, live it, live that reality. And whatever the name you give, it is not at all important once you have the experience. Now, once we begin to have these experience, the identity with that which mother indicates us towards, then words are actually not relevant at all. One can be completely silent, and one will be able to convey it. So mother is saying that if you really want to know it, you have to go find it, unite with it. There is no other possible way of theorizing, conceptualizing about it that you can do, right? The experience alone matters. And when people associate the experience with a particular expression, so mother is saying that sometimes, we form these cults, religions and all that, and I begin to say that this is the only way that it can be expressed. Whatever you are saying is rubbish, while that is not true, because if there are 10,000 people, there are 10,000 ways of reaching it, 10,000 way of maybe expressing about it, manifesting about its presence. So they're all valid, it's okay, but talk is not important here. What is important is go get in touch with it. Why are you waiting? Right? So Reggie, can you could just go a little lower? Yeah, maybe a further up. Yeah, yeah. Yes, so experience alone matters. And when people associate the experience with a particular expression and in so narrow a way, so closed and up in itself, that apart from this formula, one can find nothing, that is an inferiority. That is your limitedness. You're showing your narrowness in that sense, that you're saying that only this is right and that is wrong, whatever the other person is saying about contacting that thing. It's all in that context. One must be able to live that reality through all possible paths. The path of Buddhism, the path of Jainism, the path of Zen philosophy, the path of Sufism, all indicate only towards one sole reality of this existence. All are valid expressions. Yeah. One must live it, for that indeed is true, for that is supremely good, that is all powerful, that knows everything. That, yes, one can live that, but one cannot speak about it. The more I speak about it, I feel, after saying a few words, I'm so foolish. Why did I need to say anything about it? Because it's only the experience that matters. It's again, take the example of swimming. I may give 1 hour talk on swimming, but you may not get the feel of it. But one thing can happen, that by my conviction, through the conviction that I talk about swimming, maybe somebody or the else gets inspired and wants to take that plunge. That may happen by these talks, right? Yeah. And if one does speak, all that one says about it has no great importance. So mother is just completely negating about the theories about it, about the theses about it, about the concepts about it. Mother is saying go, go and experience it. Yeah. Yeah, Reggie, would you just move one paragraph up again? Yeah. So this we have covered. The part that is in front of me is covered. I'm on the last line of this page. Yeah, this is good. This is good. There is an entire line of philosophers and people. I lost it. I lost that line. It was in the last of the page. Yeah. There is an entire line of philosophers and people who have replaced the notion of God by the notion of an impersonal absolute, or by a notion of truth, or a notion of justice, or even by a notion of progress. of something eternally progressive. Further up, Reggie. But for one who has within him the capacity of identifying himself with that, what has been said about it has not much importance. So mother is saying, you may, some people even say that there is no divine, there is no God, there is only, impersonal absolute, maybe something about which we cannot talk about, something nirgun ki jo baat karte hain na, or maybe people say that only truth is there, and you are talking that truth is that divinity. One can say truth is that divinity, one can say justice is that divinity, but all that are mere talks, mother is saying. कुछ भी कह लो, कहने को क्या चाहता है, थीसिस तो मैं 10 चीजों पे लिख लूं, क्या तुमने प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में वो एक्सपीरियंस किया? इज इट, हैज इट बिकम योर प्रैक्टिकल रियलिटी? If it has not, then no matter 10,000 words you write on it, they are of no importance whatsoever. And if you have practically started living it, then even if you are not writing a book on it, that's enough. So now mother is just pushing us, कि ये सारा व्यर्थ का छोड़ के चक्कर, all that pothis that you read. Now enough of pothis. They had their importance. Plunge. Find it. Don't stop before finding it. Identify with it. Identify with that fountain of existence, the fountain, the source of all that. Yeah. Sometimes one may read a whole book of philosophy, mother is saying. People really feel that, I may just make it a certificate, add on to my certificate that I have read 10,000 books on Buddhist philosophy, Zen philosophy, Rumi, but it has not become my life because I have not been able, I'm just being in the mind. It's only in the mental domain that I am reading those books. Adding on to my certificates, adding on to my ego, my badges. So mother says that sometimes one whole book you may read and you will not be able to experience that touch with that presence. While only one word or one line can just give you exact, take you right there within the being. There are people who have spent entire lifetimes seated in contemplation and attained nothing. It just means that I am remaining in the mental domain, the intellectual domain, and I am not able to let go of the mental. Because, see, all these, the domain of the mental, the domain of the senses, the feelings, etc., they have to go really silent if I am to go within the being and touch that presence. With the mental chatter, with the emotional chatter, I will never be able to get in touch with that. So really, that is why the importance of peace and stillness in the being comes back again and again in this, on this path of yoga. Yoga means again union with that. That is what is meant by yoga. Yeah. There are people, we have well-known examples, mother says, who used to do the modest of manual works, jhadu laga rahe hain, a daily wage worker, a laborer, maybe a technician, which we see as lower intellectual jobs, but for them it is very easy to put the mind aside and directly in communion with that presence within, attain that experience. So mother is just rejecting that all your theories will not be able to get you there, and maybe only one line can just directly, make a direct hit, take you there. Yeah. It is a gift, that's all, and when mother says it's a gift, it's grace, it's divine grace which showers these gifts upon us. But it is not without the personal effort that the divine grace is invoked. So personal effort, although personal effort itself is coming from grace only, because who is running my breath? I have no power over my breath. Who is running the thread of my breath? So I may say that it is my personal effort, yes, but that is also propelled by divine grace. It's nothing else. Yeah. So it's a gift, and all that is needed is to be that, to succeed in identifying oneself with it and live it. At times, you read one sentence in a book and it leads you there. You just go silent. Just you're just absorbed in that depth of the being after reading that one sentence in in a book or a passage or from somewhere. And sometimes you read entire books of philosophy and they don't get you anywhere. There are people whom the reading of philosophy books helps to go ahead. But all these things are secondary. There is only one thing that's important, and that is a sincere and persistent will that, yes, I will not stop, I have to find it. For these things don't happen in a twinkling. ऐसा नहीं हुआ एक दिन तैयार किया, एफर्ट किया और नहीं हो रहा एंड छोड़ दिया. धीरे धीरे रे मना, Kabir has said, perseverance is an absolute prerequisite to be walking on the path of yoga. I cannot say that 5 days have happened, 1 year has happened, and nothing is happening in me. I can't see myself going any further. You can't see it, but who knows what is happening, right? So one has to just go on and on. So a sincere will is needed, persistent will. One must persevere. When someone feels that he is not advancing, he must not get discouraged. He must try to find out what it is in nature that is opposing. So अगर मुझे लग रहा है कि मैं advance नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, I am not able to practically have the experience of being in touch with that presence. Now what I have to do is, using my honesty, using my sincerity, I have to pick the exact dishonesty out which is acting like a wall and not letting me be in direct communion with that thing. So हम अपने ही भेदी हम हैं. We are the ones who are dishonest, and I only can become honest and pick my dishonesty out, throw it away, and there the wall again, wall kind of dissolves, and the transparency again comes, and then suddenly one goes forward. So if I am able to pick one dishonesty which is at the moment my stumbling block, if I am able to do that, then I progress a few steps ahead. Then that's a different thing, that another wall may come up and another layer may come up, because so many layers of ignorance are there. Yeah. And when you reach the end, you have an experience. So mother is saying that there comes this time that there is no wall separating you and that you become that the wall of ignorance dissolves, and then you have a taste what it is to be like, to live like that. So बिना उस टेस्ट के हम बातें ही करते रह जाएंगे, कुछ फायदा नहीं होगा. टेस्ट लेना बहुत जरूरी है. I may make a new dish and may have a phone call with a friend about of 2 hours of how tasty that dish was, but it's very important to taste that dish, because my call, my words will not make much of a difference, right? Yeah. And mother is saying that it's remarkable that from using how many paths people can reach that. I may be a completely skeptic person, I may be a total non-believer in God, does not matter. God is not like that कि भाई तुमने बोला कि है मैं तो गॉड में विश्वास नहीं रख कर रहा, and God says कि हाँ तू नहीं कर मैं भी तेरे को मुंह नहीं दिखाऊंगा. It's not like that. God has no choice. The divine has no choice. The divine is intermingled and meshed within each one of us. I may think at the thought level that God is not existing, but that does not negate God. God is ever present reality. That is the soul. The divinity is the soul, source of creation. So I may be complaining to the God, I may remain naraz from the God, but it does not matter to the divine presence, because divine has no chance that it may, distangle its presence from us. It's not possible. So mother is saying that you may be a non-believer, even then you can have an experience. It's not necessary कि मुझे पहले विश्वास ही हो कि हाँ, जब तक बहुत लोग होते हैं who believe that they have faith in God, but they are, even then they are not able to have that direct experience जिसकी मदर बात कर रही है. They are not able to go there. उनके आगे भी एक बहुत बड़ा पर्दा लग जाता है which comes in between that space, in contacting that. What matters is this honesty, this transparency, this sincerity, that yes, I want to find. And even if I'm not able to have that aspiration of finding, mother is saying, even then, I may be a non-believer. If grace has to kind of dawn upon me, I will get in touch with that. So there is no like a list of rules कि अगर ये tick 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 tick, then you can get in touch with that, and this not, then you cannot get in touch with that. There is no such rule book नहीं है यहाँ पे. Persistence is one thing, because you see, even a non-believer in God can be a truly absolutely honest person who is able to rule out his dishonesties. That is all what is needed. That I need to work upon this, I need to work upon that. I see that this is the agenda that is coming on my way. He may be completely unaware on what path he is walking. Just this honesty and transparency may just, one day he hits at that unknowingly. So this is the beauty. Yeah. And mother is saying, and that is true because this is real. ये कोई इमेज नहीं है, मिराज नहीं है कि तुम जैसे जैसे पास पहुंचते जाओगे वो और दूर चलता जाएगा. ऐसी किसी चीज की बात नहीं कर रहे हम. And that which does not exist, but it appears as real, like a mirage. It's not like that. You hit it because it is real. It is as real as something like a wall in front, as this laptop in front of me, as real as that. Just because I'm not able to touch with my hand does not make it non-real. Right? Yeah. So mother is further saying, I do not say anything more. Yeah, Reggie, you can go further up. This is of no importance. The way one speaks about it is of no importance. What is important is to follow the path. Your path. Mother is, it's italicized. Your path. Because each one of us may have a different permutation and combination of a path. And it's all valid. Whatever is taking me towards my inner truth, to touch that reality within me, all is valid. All is valid. No matter which is your path, yes, to go there, that is what matters. Yeah. Anything on this paragraph?
But Monica, this is a little confusing, sometimes like when you just said that personal effort is also propelled by divine grace. I mean, if the divine grace has to be there, it will be there no matter what. So once in an earlier class, you are discussing about depression, that if a person gets into depression, then nobody can help that person. That person has sunk too deep for anybody to help that person. Even the divine grace cannot reach there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is so contrasting. I mean, if the divine grace has to reach that person, it will reach that person.
It will reach, yeah.
है ना?
So देखो ना, मैं वो context अलग था. With every context, the language differs, and one cannot take it with the, one cannot just compare all the talks that we go about, because the context is every time different. So that day I was, I think, referring to, for example, these two people, which were the names I shared, two masters now, spiritual masters, who remained in depression for 10 to 12 years. 11 years of depression. Can you tolerate that? So again, I'm saying, so 11 years, no touch with light, as in direct light, the light of understanding. And then one day, because they were able to persevere, they did not give up, they stayed with depression. What happens in depression? Usually people may commit a suicide, that may happen. They stayed with depression. The depression was as if, it acted as a transformative force on them. They stayed with it. They did not let go of their life. And one day, when they were ready, the strength was enough. The light of the grace directly shone on them, and they got the clarity, the revelation that the depression was here to show them. And now they are enlightening people's path all over the
जी,
globe.
बट फिर डिप्रेशन में तो फ्री विल होनी चाहिए ना कि हम डिप्रेशन में ना जाएं. देयर शुड बी अ फ्री विल. दैट्स व्हाट डिस्कस्ड एट दैट टाइम, दैट देयर
हाँ,
शुड बी अ फ्री
देखो,
विल.
फ्री विल हर जगह होती है. Many a times the tendencies that come upon us as a veil, they are so strong, Ritu, that I cannot stop myself from going into depression. For example, I may fall in love with a person, है ना? And that love may be, maybe it's owing to some tendency of mine, maybe from the childhood, maybe from the past, due to which I'm sticking to a person. Okay, that may happen. Now, when that person is gone from my life, which meant the world to me, I cannot help, as if it appears that I cannot help, because for now I have not gained self mastery on my movements. I have not been walking that path. So I cannot help, but the darkness just overwhelms me and overwhelms me and overwhelms me. I'm not capable of using the free will then. So you are right. The free will is absolutely there. Am I capable of using that? There
नहीं,
may
अगर तो डिवाइन विल होगी देन आई विल बी एबल टू यूज इट. अगर डिवाइन विल नहीं होगी तो फिर आई विल नॉट बी
ऐसा
एबल टू
नहीं
यूज
होता,
इट.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता. यू कैन नॉट श्रग योर, ये डिवाइन विल होगी तो आज आप खाना मत खाना, बैठे रहो. डिवाइन विल होगी तो खाना आ जाएगा. उठते क्यों खाना खाने के लिए?
This is
तब
actually
नहीं
very
होता.
confusing for me. I mean, this divine will.
हाँ.
Sometimes we say that if something has to happen, will happen. The divine will is there to pull you out of things. Like you just said, कि personal effort is also propelled by divine grace. So, अगर personal effort is propelled by divine grace, then why am I to be blamed if I am
आपका,
depressed?
आप ऋतु, the premise that you are making is that when divine will is working, I don't have to move a leg. That
No.
premise is wrong. I never said that you have not to move a leg when the divine will is. I have to work even more when the divine will is working through me. So
नहीं
the
नहीं, देखो,
premise
जब
is wrong.
डिवाइन विल ने अपना काम करना होगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली आई विल बी आउट ऑफ
Automatic क्या
डिप्रेशन
होता
ना.
है? Nothing automatic. Even for a glass of water, I have to get up. What is automatic?
See, like you mentioned about those two people who were in depression for so many years, 8 to 10 years. So
Yeah.
why is it that they did not come out of depression earlier? Only when it was the right time,
Hmm.
they came out of depression. Na? So probably
No,
few
no,
things,
no,
take their time.
no. So, you see, in that saying what you are describing, I am feeling that you want to give yourself time. You give yourself time. आपको कोई force नहीं कर रहा. If you want to stay in that darkness for a longer time, because I have shared that even 11 and 12 years is possible, who is
नहीं,
forcing
नहीं.
you?
What I'm saying is it's very confusing sometimes कि divine will और grace कब होती है, free will कब होता है. So sometimes it feels that okay, one should surrender. The divine grace is gonna take care.
देखो
And
free will.
sometimes it feels that no, why should I surrender? Keep working hard, keep
नहीं,
moving on. You have free will with you. You have to,
नहीं.
yeah.
Ritu, stop. Just take a pause. Take a pause. It's not confusing. It's always confusing when I myself, uh, I'm hiding something from myself. I don't want to understand something. It is always confusing only till that point. फ्री विल के बारे में हमने बहुत बार बात करी है. आई विल अगेन थ्रू वन एग्जांपल आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इज फ्री विल. इट्स नॉट कंफ्यूजिंग. Somebody says, Monica, you have fever. Somebody tests my skin and says you have fever. In that very moment, I see that a fear is lurking around the corner as if trying to jump within my being. The fever, a fear of getting ill, the fear of getting sick. Now I see this, something in me, the light of consciousness, it sees that this fear is lurking round the corner. So I use my free will. How do I use my free will? I say fever may come, but right now I don't want to enter the head of the thoughts, vicious loop of thoughts, thinking about the fear and how bad it may get and all that. So I choose free will. What did I do? Instead of going on in my head, I remained settled in the peace within. This is the work of free will. अब क्या हुआ? Divine grace ne, if you want to use that word, because we are using that word, so I'm using it. You don't have to use that word. What I'm saying is that if divine grace has given me free will, in any instance, if I see myself getting sucked into ugliness or darkness or confusion, in that very moment, if I have that strength in the free will, strength होनी बहुत जरूरी है क्योंकि वो मसल प्रैक्टिस नहीं करी मैंने, तो अगर प्रैक्टिस नहीं करी तो फिर मैं वो नहीं यूज कर पाऊंगी. हाँ, और डिप्रेशन का पर्पस, मोस्टली डिप्रेशन अगर आप देखो उसमें हम अपनी फ्री विल एक्सरसाइज क्योंकि हम करना भूल चुके हैं. आई कैन नॉट यूज दैट फ्री विल. सो व्हेन आई एम सेइंग दैट डिवाइन ग्रेस कब एक्ट कर रही है, फ्री विल कब एक्ट कर रही है, माय पर्सनल एफर्ट कब एक्ट कर रहा है, दिस इज ऑल वन. A parent gives a child some money and the child is free to use it. The child goes and buys a lottery ticket. It's free. Maybe the child goes and buys drugs. There is freedom. So where is the confusion of, see, now the child is walking by his own personal effort. Personal effort is necessary day-to-day activities. You are eating through personal effort. You are going to the washroom through personal effort. Only when it comes to spiritual determination, I talk कि divine will है तो वही करेगी ना, मुझे क्यों हिलने की जरूरत है? Why that? I am challenging that actually. Why not just stay on your bed throughout the day? Don't move to take water even if you are thirsty. Do that. Ask the divine will, हे भगवान पानी दे दे, मैं नहीं हिलूंगी. So I think there is a lot of dishonesty here when I say that for all the other purposes, I am ready to make the right effort, personal effort. But when this spiritual determination comes, that I am challenging myself to go up, तब मैं बोलती हूँ कि divine करेगा ना सारा. क्यों अब तक क्यों कर
But
रहे
then
थे?
for those two people whom you had mentioned before, they were in depression for 8 to 10 years. So that means their free will did not work.
I would say, leave that domain, Ritu, because we have abused that domain. Maybe you read about their stories. Their names are Byron Katie and Jeff Foster. You would love their works actually. Read about them.
I'm not naming, I mean, it's just that yes, people sometimes do get into depression and sometimes it takes time for them to come out of it. So what I'm saying is कि कभी-कभी हो सकता है ऐसा भी होता हो कि the divine only wants them to be in depression for some time. That's why for 8 to 10 years they were into depression.
हाँ, नहीं, डिवाइन डज नॉट वांट एनीथिंग. मैं तभी तो कह रही हूँ, देखो फ्री विल आ गई ना. अगर वो चाहते कि मैं 5 साल में रेडी हूँ तो वो 5 साल में उठ जाते. तो फ्री विल तो एट ईच मोमेंट काम कर रही है. फ्री विल इज समथिंग थ्रू विच एवरीथिंग बिकम्स अनप्रेडिक्टेबल. सो डिवाइन ने हमको, देखो, द फ्री विल हैज बीन गिवन सो दैट द वे द लाइफ अनफोल्ड्स इट रिमेन्स अ मिस्ट्री. अगर एस्ट्रोलॉजी में इफ फ्री विल डिड नॉट एग्जिस्ट, तो जब जब एस्ट्रोलॉजी ने जो जो बताया एग्जैक्टली वैसे वैसे ही होगा हमेशा. लेकिन वैसा हमेशा होता नहीं है. दे ओनली गिव हिंट्स एंड क्लूज. दे आर नॉट एबल टू एग्जैक्टली चार्ट द जर्नी ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल owing to the free will. So free will is something which is adding mystery, element of unfolding in our lives. So regarding the lives of those two people, because it is the best if you read it yourself. If that is intriguing you, it is making you more getting attracted toward that story. Read that story and maybe we can have a discussion once again about that. Because if I today begin to blabber about their story to you, I'm sure I'll be doing a really bad job about that. So I don't want to go there. That was nothing but a little example, nothing more than that.
Hmm. नहीं वो उस टाइम ऐसे नहीं था. You weren't mentioning about them. It was in one of the study material only. कि अगर if a person is depressed, then nobody can help that person. He has gone to great, very low depths.
चला जाता है, बिल्कुल चला जाता है, and that's why suicide happens.
हाँ.
And suicide is very anti, it's kind, मतलब you are taking your life yourself. Just a second, I'll just put my battery on. Give me a minute. Yeah, so talking about suicide ना, हाँ, तो मैं कह रही थी, even mother says that in suicide, because you are taking your life willingly, kind of, going against nature, and that is why you see, I am suffering, so depression is making me suffer. And what am I doing? Instead of using depression as a further stepping stone in my life, in my journey, I am saying that this is the end of thing and I don't want to live this. There is too much of suffering. I think that by ending this life or the body, that suffering will end. But that suffering does not end, because I am not only the body, I am something beyond the body. And that soul came to this life to experience the whole scenario. It wanted to go through that adventure. It was my willing choice. तो अब क्या हो रहा है? I willingly jump into something, some adventure, and then in the middle of the adventure, which I willingly jumped into, I may forget that I willingly jumped into that. That is a different thing. Now I am saying it's too much and I want to end my life. So that is something which is unnatural, and that is why it has been said in books also, and many philosophies, and also mother also says that when we end the life by suicide, we end up even kind of troubling ourselves furthermore in the other realms. So yeah, and that is why I think I touched upon that the depression, when it really gets deep, one cannot get in touch with that light which may be there, but I'm not just ready to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Yeah, we were done actually. It was just a discussion after that. Yeah.
Monica,
Yeah, anything else? Yeah, yeah.
On a personal front, what is your experience of contacting that?
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Anything that comes to your mind spontaneously, an actual contact of how you would have maybe felt or experienced it. Just a perspective.
So a few experiences are, if I can put it in words, not in sentences.
Sure.
It's stillness, a kind of a depth, many a times also lack of words, and many a times overflow of words, in the sense that I don't even know where the words are coming from. For example, many a times I am listening to my own recordings, and it is new for me, in the sense I don't know where did I say that from, where did that come from. So it's something which is newness, in the sense as if I am rediscovering myself each moment. So I'm not getting bored when I'm listening to the talk again. It appears as if, मैंने कब कहा, as if there is a newness about it. So one thing is that, a few things, yeah, that also a sense of, if I can say, for example, whenever a session is happening, uh, before that I have no clue what exactly would go in the session, what is the raw material. Although I prepare a few things, but then I always end up doing something else than what I prepared. and even in that there is always a flow, as if it looks like a flow which is decided, but I never decided. So it's something which is bringing newness in my life every moment, in the sense, a sense of adventure, a sense of continuing discovery, if I can say.
Right.
Yeah, one looks forward to every other day, like not in like excitement ki aaj kya hoga, not like that. In the sense, a very silent kind of silent walk towards that unfolding.
So you can also say it sometimes as there's a element of spontaneity, which
Spontaneity, yes,
it just
yes,
comes in a
yes.
flow,
Yeah,
and you never really get tired either.
yes,
It's just
yes, yes.
right. All of this is an experience that you can connect with that.
Yes, yes, and also many a times, if I can say, see, I have had even now I have my own dark phases, and every time I see that if I have this continuous going on, the dark phases give me even more raw material in
Yes.
the light times to share. This I am seeing very strongly,
Yeah.
as if the dark times are a preparation for me for the light times to come. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good that you said the depression part and this part, because I resonate with all these parts, because for me, I'm trying to see if that is that thing that you were also talking about,
Yeah.
and it is a big prep up. My disconnection for a long time, for instance, has made me understand certain things, but when you're young, you don't really get these things. So
Yeah.
it's and this connection that you're talking about is relatable to what I'm also trying to
Yes.
fathom within me. So
Yes. Yes.
great. Thank you. I just wanted to know
And
your
there's also
experience.
one more thing which I would like to share.
Right.
It's as if, many a times I find myself standing against me, in the
Mm,
sense, there is one part of me which is my tendencies and patterns and
mm,
the person I may be.
mm,
The other part is this limitlessness and,
mm.
something new.
Right.
And many a times I see that
Right.
now I have stopped
You can
defending.
never really fully also know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
that's true. I
Sorry.
was saying that now I am seeing that I am not able to defend my
Mm,
patterns of behavior. Many a
mm,
times, I see it very starkly that what I did should not have been done. So I, as if I stand in if in a court, if I am standing, I am standing against myself. And this
right.
older myself is my tendencies and patterns. So I don't give justification
Mm,
against my, in favor of my tendencies and patterns. कि ये मैंने इसलिए किया क्योंकि क्योंकि क्योंकि.
mm,
No, I see that I should not have fallen a trap to that. I see that clearly.
yeah.
So I fall silent instead of giving a
Yeah.
justification in favor of my tendency. Yeah.
Right. You see that as, and you also notice how it's been a stepping stone when you look
Yes.
back at it so
Mm,
often, right?
mm,
Right. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, I resonate with that actually. So
mm.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I have a question here.
Yes.
As you are discussing about this tendency and pattern and all, like once you start recognizing a pattern or that this is happening again and again, and there is something which you are making, mane, you might be doing something wrong because of which this is repeatedly coming in front of you, but you are not able to understand what's going wrong. Then what to do?
Yeah. The only catch, Nehal, is honesty. Because if some part of me wants further purity, further clarity in life, if there is a part in me which wants that, then a part of me will always be ready to catch my dishonesty. So I am the one who is dishonest, and there is the light of consciousness also within me only, which will be able to catch that dishonesty. No one from outside will be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do we want to do?
Monica, maybe we can continue with this.
This paragraph?
Uh, Yeah, divine will, unmistakable, and then maybe take up something below
ठीक है,
whatever comes.
ठीक
Just 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, should I read, Monica?
है. Yes, yes.
Yeah. The divine will is unmistakable. How are we to know, you will ask, when it is the divine will that makes us act? The divine will is not difficult to recognize. It is unmistakable. You can know it without being very far on the path. You must listen to its voice, the small voice there is here in the heart. Once you are accustomed to listen, if you do anything that is contrary to the divine will, you will feel an uneasiness. If you persist on the wrong track, you get very much disturbed. If, however, you give some material excuse as the cause of your uneasiness and proceed on your way, you gradually lose the faculty of perception, and finally you may go on doing all kinds of wrong and feel no uneasiness. But if, when once you feel least disturbance, you stop and ask of your inner self, what is the cause of this? Then you do get the real answer and the whole thing becomes quite clear. Do not try and give a material excuse when you feel a little depression or a slight uneasiness. When you stop and look about for the reason, be absolutely straight and sincere. At first, your mind will construct a very plausible and beautiful explanation. Do not accept it, but look beyond and ask, what is behind this movement? Why am I doing this? Finally, you will discover, hidden in a corner, the little ripple, a slight wrong turn or twist in your attitude that is causing the trouble or disturbance. What kind of what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
what just
Hold on.
Nehal was asking about, it's just
Yeah.
that, you know. And
Yeah.
also when I was saying that I am now not justifying my own tendencies and the actions that
Yeah.
I may do, you know, I may say that, you know, ये मेरे से गलती से हो गया और मैं उसी को defend कर रही हूँ, so I don't defend it now. Exactly, you know, going there only. It's
Right.
beautiful.
It's very
So
much
let's go
sincere.
over, yeah, again. So, mother, how are we to know, you will ask, when it is the divine will that makes us act? So, usually, what happens is, usually the divine will is not acting. Why? Because there is a wall of ego in front of the divine will. So, the divine will may be there, but what happens is, imagine that there is a wall of ego, and through this wall, the divine will gets distorted, and when it comes out as an action in front of this, you know, the action comes, it is a distorted action. It is not the action that the divine wanted me to do. Okay, so mother is saying that the divine will is not difficult to recognize. It is unmistakable. You cannot ignore it. The problem with us who have strayed away from that touch of the presence, the problem with us is that we have become too comfortable in our uneasiness. Just like we say in life, stress is a way of life. That is what we see, you know, people saying, you know, stress to sabko hota hai, struggle to sabki life mein, you know, we say. So we have made unease a way of life. We don't question, why am I feeling so uneasy? We don't question it. So mother is saying that uh, what is necessary is you must listen to its voice, the small voice that is there in heart. I may say something to a person in a rush of an anger. I said something to a person. Now, if I'm conscious to my deeper layers of the being, I will immediately sense an unease कि मुझे नहीं कहना चाहिए था. Immediately. Usually क्या होता है, the anger is overpowering me so much that I don't even have time to sense that unease. And I keep on acting from that unease. This is what happens. I don't give time and effort and energy to the inner hidden movement which said, "Eh, tu galat kar rahi hai. You know, this is not to be done." I don't give attention to it. So mother is saying you must listen to this voice. And once you are accustomed to listen, how do we become accustomed to listen? We give it more priority. Each and every word that I speak, I check the contrary, I check the reflection within me. Was that easy on me, or did it make me confused from inside? Did it make me uneasy from inside? So as if, the moment I am saying something external, the moment I am acting externally, parallelly there is a being in me who is evaluating these hidden inner movements. तो जज जो बैठाना है हमको, अगर जज बैठाना है हमने, तो वो जज अंदर की तरफ बैठाना है. जैसे ही मैंने बाहर एक्शन किया, what was the inner movement that happened within? That judge will decide whether that was the right action in the accordance with the divine will, or whether I could have not said that. That would have been better. तो हम जो judgment लोगों पे रखते हैं, all that judgment has to be turned within. If I really want purity in my life, if I want to act through the divine will. Okay? So mother is saying, once you are accustomed to the divine will, to listen, if you do anything that is contrary, you feel an uneasiness. This is a practical living reality. I am living it and I am sharing with this you know that this happens. And this is what makes us immune. Listening to this little feeble voice within us, this is what makes us immune, that I will not do anything which is against the divine will. So maybe owing to my tendency, owing to my behavior, owing to who I am propelled from inside to talk to a person in a very bad way. All the time I talk in a bad way. Now when I'm becoming more and more conscious of my inner movements, that when I talk to this person in a bad way, I actually don't like it. So what do? The moment next time that tendency overwhelms me, I'm going to say it badly again. Immediately, I stop myself. I don't say that word in a bad sense. I don't do it. So now I'm standing against my tendency. I'm not favoring my tendency. I'm standing away from my tendency of acting badly, behaving badly. And in that, I see, although there was a little bit of effort that I had to kind of hold myself back from not saying that sentence, but there is also a lot of joy that now I observe within the being. Thank God I did not say that. And that joy, that inner ease that I now feel after holding myself back, is a sign that I am acting according to the divine will. Right? Yeah, and then mother is saying that if you persist on the wrong track, so now I am not paying any attention to how I am feeling inside. I am not paying any attention. If now I am persisting on the wrong track, obsessively following my desires, my tendencies, my patterns, you get very disturbed. Very, very disturbed. If, however, you give some material excuse as the cause of your uneasiness, कि तुमने बोला आज मैं इसलिए परेशान हूँ क्योंकि ना ये मुझे सुबह से परेशान कर रहा है, क्योंकि इतना काम बहुत है. So these are the material excuses that I am giving. I am not being honest to exactly pinpoint out what was the wrong thing that I followed that caused so much of disturbance in my being. Okay? So then I proceed in that way, in the wrong track, and I lose the faculty of perception, in the sense that I lose the touch with that inner ease. I'm not able to now tell me myself that, hey, I feel really uneasy about it, because the only thing that exists within my being is uneasy, uneasy, uneasy. तो अब मेरे को easy और uneasy में कोई फर्क ही नहीं पता लग रहा. I have strayed far away from it. So I have to come back in touch with inner ease. What makes me more pure? What are the words which when I say to somebody, which makes me balanced, which makes me easy? Because I don't want those ripples in my being anymore. Right? So I'm becoming more used to my ease then, and also leaving a lot of unease, like shedding off unease. Right? So mother is saying, once you feel the least disturbance, होता क्या है कि जब हमें धीरे धीरे आदत पड़ जाती है, when we become used to feeling easy all the time, in Kabir's words, it is सहज, easy. When we become used to this, अब जब हल्की सी भी डिस्टर्बेंस होती है ना, then I am able to pinpoint it कि आज ये हुआ था और मेरे दिमाग में ये बात आई थी, उसकी वजह से मैं डिस्टर्बेंस फील कर रही हूँ. तब हम धीरे धीरे पकड़ना शुरू कर देते हैं. इमेजिन देयर इज अ ब्यूटीफुल वाइड रूम, पूरा का पूरा साफ भरा हुआ है, साफ पड़ा है बिल्कुल. अब उसमें एक भी अगर पत्थर बाहर से आके गिरेगा, वो क्लियरली दिख जाएगा कि आज पत्थर आया है. While if it is a room which is full of chaos, in there is no room, because there is just chaos all the way. कहां से शुरू करूं? So as we are now trying to clean the inner sanctuary, slowly even the little disturbances we are more aware of, and we don't want in our being, we don't want it. We are able to be then honest about it and clean it immediately. So mother is saying, फिर हम ज्यादा दूर तक नहीं जाने देते, उस बात को ज्यादा बढ़ने नहीं देते. क्या करते हैं? When I feel the least disturbance, I stop, ask myself, ask my inner self, what is the cause of this? What Nehal was asking, what is the cause of this? Immediately, if you really want to know, you will get to know क्या हुआ था आज जिसकी वजह से इतनी डिस्टर्बेंस है. Okay, so you are becoming your own microscope. Do not try to give a material excuse when you feel a little depression or uneasiness. होता क्या है, हम उसको जस्टिफाई करने लग जाते हैं कि आज मुझे ये उसने कहा था इसलिए मैं डिस्टर्ब हूं. उसके कहने से कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं है आप, उसके कहने से अंदर क्या मूवमेंट हुआ उसकी वजह से मैं डिस्टर्ब हूं. सो नाउ आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू जस्टिफाई माई डिस्टर्बेंस. अब ये बहुत बढ़िया बात है, ये बहुत शुभ बात है, बिकॉज अब मैं क्या करती हूँ, as if so far my tendencies were living me. I was not living my life. Now I am able to dissociate from my tendencies. So ये tendencies हैं, and now I am watching it and I am saying, बेटा तेरे को तो मैं देख रही हूँ, मैं तेरे साथ नहीं खड़ी होने वाली है. So now I am dissociating. Now I am having an individuality. This is the psychic individuality. Now I'm shedding off the pattern as if a skin is coming out of me, which was living my life. So mother is saying that do not try to give a material excuse. होगा क्या? When I try to give a material excuse, ये फिर से चिपक जाएगी. अब ये फिर से मेरा जीवन जिएगी. और मैं क्या चाहती हूँ? मैं चाहती हूँ कि ये मेरा जीवन ना जिए, मैं अपनी मास्टरी से अपना जीवन जीऊं. तो तब इसके अगेंस्ट जाना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा अलग करना पड़ेगा उसको. And through that, some pain or emotional pain or suffering may happen, because when a skin gets peeled off from my own surface, it hurts. It is a part of my ego so far, so it may hurt. It's okay, one goes through that hurt. Yeah. Yes, and then mother is warning us. Mother is saying, at first your mind will construct a very plausible and beautiful explanation. अरे कुछ नहीं यार, तू बिल्कुल सही कह रही है, वो इसलिए हुआ था क्योंकि वो तेरे साथ ऐसा ही बिहेव करते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Like that. So this is the mind trying to reason out your behavior. So mother is saying, don't get stuck there. माइंड की बातों में फंसने की जरूरत नहीं है. माइंड तो तुम्हें बहुत तरह तरह से उलझाएगा, वही तुम्हारा जीवन जीना चाहेगा. द टेंडेंसीज, डू नॉट एक्सेप्ट इट बट लुक बियॉन्ड एंड आस्क व्हाट इज इट दैट इज बिहाइंड दिस मूवमेंट. क्यों मैं बार बार छोटी छोटी बात पे डिस्टर्ब हो जाती हूँ, ऐसा क्या है? आई वॉन्ट टू फाइंड इट आउट. I don't want the external things to rule me. I want to rule myself. Right? Why am I doing this? Finally, you will discover hidden in a corner the little ripple, a slight wrong turn. कुछ गलत सोचा होगा उसके बारे में, कुछ ना कुछ पास्ट को ले आए होगे बीच में अचार बनाने के लिए. कुछ तो कुछ ना कुछ आया होगा अपनी ही इंटेंशन से, जिसकी वजह से वो खिचड़ी बनी, जो खिचड़ी हमें सुबह से परेशान कर रही है. Then we will be able to see that movement, a slight wrong turn or twist in your attitude that is causing the trouble or disturbance. Now this is a complete, this little paragraph is a complete exercise of a lifetime of cleansing of oneself, a lifetime of cleansing. We don't need anything beyond that if we take this as a sutra. Yeah. Yes.
Monica, we have officially one more session left, right? Or two more sessions.
I think two more. 18th है ना आज?
Two more sessions.
दो बचे, हाँ.
Okay, so there are three long paragraphs in this, which we can maybe pick up in the upcoming ones.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, why not?
Like,
Yeah.
they're longer, but this has helped. So
Yeah.
maybe we can do that.
Yes, we'll do that, yeah, next time.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
This last paragraph was very apt.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Beautiful paragraph. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. At the end, the divine will is the final will.
Yeah, that's true. And I think that is why, Kabir जब कहते हैं ना, being a warrior, because अपने ही against खड़े हो जाना, अपनी टेंडेंसीज का साथ आप छोड़ने देना, आप उनको जस्टिफाई नहीं करना, it's a big challenge. Because so far only those tendencies have been identifying, I have been identifying myself as those tendencies, कि मैं तो ऐसी हूँ, मेरा तो ये nature है. And now I am challenging myself to dissociate from that nature. It's a huge thing to do, not easy.
And I think only once you have the cleansing done, then only you can allow the light to go in.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? The beauty of recognizing what that nature is, first of all.
Exactly.
To distill that from the ego, and then the challenge of trying to dissociate that is way harder than you think, because every time you think you've got it, it comes in it every time, right? Because it's such a sticky thing, and it's also that's why it's a challenge and a lifelong mission, which makes it interesting. I think that's the adventure that that's in it becomes. If you look at you change the perspective, you look at it as interesting. Like, this has not left me, and this is constantly making me get up and deal with it. Right? So
Exactly.
that's a great feeling, actually, as hard as it is, honestly.
It is hard, and it's a great feeling. Yes. Because every it's like a never-ending process of shedding layers.
Yeah.
So every time you can be really looking forward to, अब मुझे अपने में क्या दिखने वाला है, अब कौन सी टेंडेंसी है जो मैं अभी तक जी रही हूँ, So it's a never-ending process of adventure.
Right. And it really gets interesting over a period of time, because initially it's a struggle, right? Because you might be struggling, and then you see the joy of the struggle.
Exactly.
And then you realize, oh, this is also the joy. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I have to see it another way.
Yeah.
That's been interesting, actually, so far.
And I think in the latest blog which I shared with you on Kabir Doha and the other groups also, in there I think that was one where the drops are falling on a matka, maybe. what
Yes.
happens, there is a matka, like a waterfall starts to pour on it. And the first thing that happens is the resistance, the matka is very hard. So it does not take all the water. What it does is it throws it back. And that is exactly what happens with us when we begin to walk on this path. There is so much of resistance. I want to throw it all back, le lo, ye वापस ले लो, मुझे नहीं चाहिए, all that. And then slowly, if I let myself below that waterfall of light and consciousness, then slowly it goes and seeps into me. And then I begin to soften. And this is the process of softening, further and further, mellowing down.
Yeah. You realize there's so much of less chatter also. What you thought
Exactly.
you felt so cool saying or whatever, you just feel like I'm so idiotic what I've just said. That also kind of calms down, right? The whole chatter stops. And that's also beautiful because you start looking at the idiosyncrasies and the stupidity that you've been blabbering. That's just wonderful to actually
Exactly.
experience.
Yeah, yeah. One can actually laugh about oneself, and that's the
Yeah,
beauty.
that's the beauty of
Yeah.
it.
कि इतनी बेवकूफ मैं कैसी हो सकती, then you are preparing yourself, कि अभी तो बहुत सारे और मौके आएंगे जब और बेवकूफियां मिलेंगी, अपनी.
Right. One level more.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Um, okay, I'm good, I think, now.
Okay, okay, okay then. Yeah, if nothing else, yeah. Chalo. Thank you for
Thank you.
this.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
See
Bye.
Thank
you
you.
all.
Bye everyone.
Bye
Bye.
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 Bye, Nehal.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ritu.
See you. Bye.